Her new cooking show. Okay, it's called Downright Delicious with Yo-Yo.
I can do it, I can do it, I can do it better.
It's me, the West Coast diva, Yo-Yo. From the stage to the kitchen, I'm always bringing the heat. Food with flavor and food for the soul. My new show, Downright Delicious with Yo-Yo, only on Aspire.
I can do it, I can do it, I can do it better.
My readers are probably most familiar with Yo-Yo the rapper, the rap hip-hop icon.
Yes.
Now she is cooking. Now she's whipping up her favorite meals in the kitchen.
That's right.
And for Aspire TV, and your new series, I'm just reading my notes here, it's going to drop. We're going to premiere June 6th. Weekly new episodes are going to debut Tuesdays. So tell us about Downright Delicious with Yo-Yo. I mean, how did you go from hip-hop icon, and I know, if memory serves me correctly, you were on reality TV at some point.
Love and Hip Hop.
Reality shows. Yes, Love and Hip Hop.
I hosted Miss Rap Supreme on VH1.
Yes. And now we're cooking. How did we get here, Miss Yo-Yo?
Downright delicious. I'll be whipping in that kitchen. Every dish that I'll be making be what? Finger licking. Well, I started cooking as a lot of us. I love food all the time. You know, it's a meeting place for my family and I. And I just started really experimenting with recipes and trying different things and putting it out on my social media. And people always love my food. People always call me and say, hey, cook this for me. Can you show me how to make this? And, tell me about your burritos. People love my Mexican food. Of course, I'm from California, so that Mexican trend is very big here. So I the way other folks make their burritos is different from the way I make my burritos. I have to add a little spice in there, spice it up a little bit. So I just took the love of it. It's really saved my life, going through a depression, the transition from being a young, famous entertainer to trying to figure out what's next for me. I think within that time space, I learned that cooking calmed me. It gave me a new venture. Shopping for ingredients that I never heard before because of a recipe that I've picked up gave me a calming, soothing approach. And I think being in the kitchen and having this experience, catering to my family, I'm a caterer. And so it just gave me a different way to cater to my friends and my family.
Here's a sneak peek of Aspire's all-new original series, Downright Delicious with Yo-Yo.
Don't be afraid. Get to the bottom.
Do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance, make a little chance. Do a little dance, take a little chance.
Come on. Hey, you'll be cooking soon.
Would you say this filming this show, this filming experience, was it therapeutic for you in any way?
Oh, you know what? I was scared out of my freaking mind, because I'm so cool in the kitchen. You come to my house, it's a party. People walk in the door, and if I'm not videotaping them when they walk in, they're like, wait, I don't get a videotape? I don't get a story on your Instagram. This show for me, it gave me, I was afraid to do it, but what I learned was it was a different way to push past another fear that I've had in my life. It's something that I enjoyed doing, but being televised doing it was the fear, because people don't really know me for cooking. They know me for hip hop, like you said in your intro,
Yeah.
But I pushed past. I smashed it, baby. Got in there and I whipped up them dishes.
So I'm imagining you started to feel comfortable as you started cooking and found your groove in front of the camera, cooking, finding your groove. Yeah, I'm imagining that you got comfortable as you started.
Powerhouse Production is a all-female crew. Their whole staff it's an all-Black staff. Made me feel very comfortable. I fitted right in to their system, so they made me feel very welcome, very secure. So working with these two Black powerful women who have done this many times with Chef Emerald, what's his name? Jannard, Jannard is one of them. Patti LaBelle. There's another guy from the West Coast. I can't think of his name right now, but just knowing that, watching their previous shows that they produced, I said, oh yeah, this will be good. After the first 2 episodes of filming, I was like, okay, I got it. They kept wheeling me in, like, come on, what are you cooking? You know, Rochelle's, tell me what you cooking, yo? You know, before when it was just a pot of eggs, I'm like, these are eggs. And what do you do with those eggs? I'm like, I scramble them. I mean, so after the second one, I was like, yeah, these are eggs. I use brown eggs because the white, so it made me feel more comfortable in the kitchen with the cameras on me.
Okay, so let's talk about what are some of the dishes. Okay, let me see here. I have my notes. It says to me that you're going to be cooking up some. First of all, I love lobster rolls.
Lobster
red
steak
beans and rice.
Who got you? My kitchen's hotter. I'm Mamma Mia's daughter. Yeah, I'm cooking up lobster rolls. I'm cooking up oxtails. I'm cooking up jambalaya. A quick way to make gumbo. I'm making my famous grilled cheese with tomato soup. These are dishes that I used to go to the restaurants and pay, an extra cost. And now I understand these recipes that I've learned to reintroduce into my program has served me well because I get it the way I want it. My taste buds, what I like, what I feel like my family would love, the cheeses that I like. And I've been introduced to a lot of different cheeses, different salads. And so I bring that into my home. And like I said, it helps me with the nurturing of my family. It helps bring my family together. And, when I think about happy times, I think about my grandma cooking. My grandmother didn't have luxury bags to give us. She had pound cake. She had lemon cake. She had a feast of food to serve to us. And, we'd always, no matter what we were doing, found our way back to my grandmother's house to make sure we got grandmother's cooking. And so, in my search of transition and what's next and trying to find peace as being a young superstar into a grown woman, cooking has helped me do that. It's helped me merge my family. It's helped me bring my friends in where we're just not talking about stupid stuff that doesn't really matter to the world anymore. Of course, not to me. Making cocktails and creating food, having them bring food in the house and, the party's over here. It's a different vibe, yet it is what I need. I need a soothing kind of mellow love, and I found that in cooking.
I know, what I like? I like that you want to know how to cook. You're always calling me like, Mom, how do I make this? Mom, stir it up a little bit more.
First of all, I'm mad you just exposed me. I can cook, okay?
Yes. Break up those onions over there. See how those onions are still packed together? All right now we're going to turn up the heat because we need this to marinate, get all of the flavors, all of the juices, all of the everything we've added to it so far. The sausage, the onions, the celery, the this, the that, the everything that's in there. It's in there like the Italians say.
Downright Delicious with Yo-Yo, coming June 6th, only on Aspire.
Do you have any fond memories tied to the specific dishes that you're whipping up on the show that you share with viewers? And if so, maybe share one of those memories with us and the dish tied to that memory.
I went over to one of our great friends. He used to manage me at this time. His name is Donald. He had invited over Adina Howard. And so Adina had this thing with shrimp and grits. So he was like, yeah, Adina makes these shrimp and grits. So I was like, okay, I'm coming over. So Adina came over. She made these shrimp and grits, and they were the best shrimp and grits that I have ever had in my life. So on the show, you will see me make the Adina Howard freak in the morning, freak in the evening shrimp and grits, just like me, because I've added into my own flavors. I've added into my own spices. I've added in my own ingredients that makes it mine. But yeah, I think you'll see the Adina Howard freak in the morning, freak in the evening shrimp and grits made by me.
I love it. I love it. So what are you hoping, I'm wondering if viewers will learn anything, because I don't know, anytime you watch food shows these days, especially if the chef or the guest chef is a person of color, right? and they will often present or serve up a dish that's familiar with the viewers, but there's usually a backstory, like the history of the dish, that's completely surprising to many folks. So I'm wondering, will viewers learn anything unexpected or intriguing about some of the common dishes that you whip up on this show?
Well, my mother is on the show, and that's a whole learning of itself. Mama and daughter in the kitchen. So that's a whole learning in itself, because of course, you know, it's my kitchen, I'm filming, but guess who's kicking me out of my kitchen? Mama Mia with the spice. Right, Mama Mia, like, what the hell? You know, I think they'll learn my family, because my daughters are on here, my mom is on here. They'll learn my personality. I think they'll learn that that family and food and faith means a lot to me. I mean, you know, my food is my faith. I mean, you know, I pray every time, you know, before we eat, we pray. And I think my prayers are a little bit more sentiment, because when I pray over this food, I'm really bringing in my family, you know, because, you know, when you're young, you think success is money, fame, and luxury things, all of the company that you keep. But as you get older, you learn that success is family. You know, if I could if my family is at the kitchen table when it's time for dinner, that's success to me. You know, when my family, you know, and it's peace for me, because, you know, I was telling my producer, I said, the good thing about cooking is my piece is while I'm cooking, because nobody wants to grate any cheese, nobody wants to cut any onions, and nobody wants to wash the dishes. So my piece is cooking, you know, and then the love and the bonding comes when it's, you know, hey, come on down and eat. You know, everybody's down there to eat, and the cleaning up is just like, yeah, you know, I did it. I did something successful, and not just something regular. You know, like my mom cooks a lot. She's cooked. We never really ate out at restaurants. My mom always cooked meals. I mean, you know, she'd say McDonald's is in that refrigerator, you know. I got your McDonald's. So my mom wasn't a person that would send us to the store. I mean, now you have all these apps where you can buy everything online. And the older you get, I think, you know, and more people want to know. You just don't have the time. We're so busily hustling and bustling and trying to make that quick cash that we forget that, you know, food is home. The smell of the food reminds you of home. So for me, it's been a blessing, because I wouldn't have been able to have this cooking show had I not been obedient. You know, I feel like this cooking show has been a blessing to me. You know, this is a gift that God has given me, you know, because of my obedience. So I've walked in it. I'm so excited about it. I live my truth. I definitely cook. So I'm just ready for the world to see Downright Delicious with Yo-Yo.